You know, maybe if I wear my DW hat for this, I can get a DW sponsorship. No. Hello, my name is Colton River, and I'm an aspiring musician and music lover. And over the weekend, two different things happened to me. One, I was in a hardware store buying a thermometer for my grandmother, and the song Hotel California came on, which, as I'm sure anyone knows, has a really great dueling guitar solo in it. And then before that, my girlfriend and I have been having a long discussion about communication, not a bad one, and about like how you can do communication in songs and how songs have conversations almost between the instruments sometimes. And I thought, that's kind of an interesting idea for a 20-minute song challenge. What if I lay a very simple, quiet background that allows just two guitars to have maybe kind of like very, maybe not solos necessarily, but like lead parts that are very different. Now, there's kind of two things I have to worry about with this challenge. One, I have to make sure that both of the voices that are having a conversation in this song are different enough that they're distinguishing enough. And I can do that through panning and tone changes and things like that, but I need to make sure that it's done well. And two, time could be an issue because I'm going to need to record at least 3 instruments before I even start the challenge part, which would be the two guitars with different voicings and different tones talking back and forth. And also the third problem is that I might just make it sound terrible. So what I'm going to try to do is just make the most basic of basic parts. A very simple drum line. I will probably separate the two conversational pieces with a very basic fill, slow, clean open chords for the guitar rather, and then the bass will just follow the guitar line, very simple, open. And then we'll try to get the 2 guitar tones down and see if we can do it. I got to figure it out now. If I write a 2-minute song, I'm going to have about 10 minutes of just pure recording. I may have to just write it, and whatever comes out is what comes out. Because this is the challenge today is going to be more about, can I squeeze all this in time and it still sound okay? So I'm thinking very slow, so it's easy to just record the 3, foundational parts, and then I'll have to just improv both of the instruments and hope it sounds good. So the songwriting process is next. Thank you as always for watching. So I just timed all this out. And I'll have to start that in a minute. I timed all this out on Logic real quick before I started just to see, and roughly 38 measures at 80 beats per minute came out to be roughly 2 minutes, so that's right where I want to be. I'm just going to do I don't have time to practice or write, so I'm just doing the most basic drum beat ever. It's probably just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then little tiny basic fills every 8 measures to, was it 36 measures? 36, I think, actually. To separate the 2 talking points. So I'm just going to have to cold record it and hopefully it doesn't suck. So I'm going to start the timer first. There we go. And let's get hustling. Hustlers. That should be I could do that as a new catchphrase. Let's get hustling, hustlers. I don't think that's going to catch on. I didn't hit record on the top one. Wow, going really well so far. Okay, so that should be correct. If it's not, it's too damn late. So that's done there. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. Oh, 2:30. Oy. About 30 seconds more than I wanted to waste on it. Okay, so it's pretty close in time. A lot of the major markers are there, so that's good. I didn't really want to play the and on the second half of each measure, so it's a little late for that, but 2:30 for basic drum recording, and considering I didn't practice or warm up or anything, I'll take it. In a minute, I'm going to start this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 8 random chords, 4 for a progression for the first voicing, and then a second progression for the second voicing. I don't have time to sit down and play them all and see how they sound. Just try to, put in just some basic chords, A and E minor, and just see, do those sound good? Are the levels good? Great, okay. So I'm just gonna do 1 chord per measure. So I'm gonna start this before I start picking chords, and then I'm going to pause it just long enough to get ready to record, and then I'll hit record and start doing it. I'm gonna start this here in a second just to write down the random chord arrangement. Oh, well, that didn't expect that at all. Let's see if I can get that open. There we go. There we go. Okay. So here we go. So let's do E minor, C, G, D for the first one, and the second one, let's do a different starting chord, A minor, go back to that E minor, D, and on C. Probably could have picked better chord variation, but that's all right. I'm gonna pause this now. There we go, okay. And get set up, and then I'm going to go ahead and record. So let's start this, and let's start the recording. Fuck. I already messed it up. What is wrong with me? Okay, there we go. Stop that because time is of the essence and we're almost over already. So next I'm gonna hook up the bass, do the same thing, exact same chords, just filling in just a sonic range basically, and then start the guitar parts. Okay, I got my bass levels and everything like that. This is just going to follow the guitar line, so there's not really anything I need to worry about as far as writing. I'm just gonna put my headphones on, push that button. What's that from? MST3K. And it's just single notes, nothing fancy. If I could think I could get away with something, I might try it, but I don't think so. So here we go. Okay. All right, well, except for my contact completely fucking up, that was great. I jumped right into the guitar part. So here we go. So while I was doing my tone setup, I did make the mistake of kind of playing a couple runs, not paying attention. So I should probably take a penalty for that. But I think I want the first guitar to be a little more uncertain and the second guitar to be more confident. I'm just gonna record it, and I don't have a lot of time to do both. So here we go. I guess I get a free practice because I clipped the shit out of that. Well, let's start again. Okay, I'm actually going to stop it there because that is the end of that solo. I have no idea. So now I'll get the other guitar and the other tones, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got the tone I like for this guitar. It's a little more beefy. And so I'm just going to try to do different techniques and just cold record an improv solo. Let's stop that. Shit. Well, not only had I not taken into account playing more aggressively, my mom texted me something super important while I was doing the second half of that solo. So, here we go. Well, I messed that up, but I don't really think I can afford any more time. No, I really can't. So, I'm just gonna have to take that, and it's gonna have to be as good as it is. Basically, I know I'm gonna double the main guitar line and soft pan it. I'm gonna soft pan both of the solos, because I want them to have that separation where they sound like they're, you know, coming from different voicings and things like that. EQing, compression on basically everything, dropping the drums down, doing a multi-track, and then whatever time I have left after that, which is I have 7 minutes, after I do all that stuff, which is like normal stuff, I'm talking way too fast, then I will try to maybe alter the drums a little bit individually, or kind of maybe, I don't know, boost the bass or something. I don't know. I'll see what it needs at that point. So here we go. Soft pan 30. I'm just going to play it while I do this. Why not that much? Yeah, I kind of like that. It kind of fits the theme. Like the second guitar is kind of overly brash and like way too confident for its own ability, which is kind of a cool idea. We'll have to do some volume automation here. All right, that's 20 minutes, so hands off. I did a lot of the things I said I wanted to do. Yeah, I hope it's good. I'm cautiously optimistic about everything except for the last solo. Thank you all for watching as always.